Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Zilliqa or ZIL. So today's actually a great day to cover Zilliqa because we see a 4.44% decrease in the last 24 hours, giving everybody a great entry point into Zilliqa yet again. We are seeing this dip all the way down from basically 13 cents, lower than 12 cents right now at about a 11.97 cent mark. I do think we are going to continue to see a small decrease in Zilliqa because we have to remember during this really struggling moment for a lot of different cryptocurrencies, Zilliqa in the last week put up a great 14.29% increase. And in the last month, though, we do see that still massive 48.67% decrease. So Zilliqa has a while to really make up, all that ground that it lost during those crypto market dips and crashes. Obviously, a lot of manipulation and FUD took place in the last couple of weeks, and really it's going to affect a lot of different coins, and we've continued to see 40 to 50% decreases across most altcoins, maybe besides with the exception of, VeChain or Polygon, I believe, Cardano, just a few strong ones, but, for the most part, smaller altcoins did struggle pretty substantially. Zilliqa down 48%, like we said in the last month. I do think there's going to be a lot of pushback here. So, looking at this last 24 hours of a 4.44% decrease, you are getting a great entry point into Zilliqa, and I believe the next 2 or 3 months may be substantial for altcoins. I think we may see great increases across the board. Really the market's struggling altogether right now. If we take a look, Bitcoin's almost below 35,000. We are still seeing it decrease throughout the day, very slowly, but it is decreasing. We are going to go back to Zilliqa now, though. Like I said, we are seeing a 3.78% decrease in the last 24 hours now, so we saw a little dip back, or I guess a little increase back up above 12 cents. But, there's a lot to talk about with Zilliqa today, so we are going to jump straight into it, and we'll jump into those price predictions for June, July, and 2021 at the end of the video. So if you guys don't know what Zilliqa is, it is a cryptocurrency that aims to use sharding to solve scalability issues facing many blockchains. Sharding is the process of dividing the mining network into smaller pieces or shards that process transactions in parallel. So the first really tweet that we're going to take a look at is going to be a big one. So it's going to be an exciting Q3 for us Zillicans. So stay tuned. And it talks about ZIL swap. It talks about Zillow and obviously the bridge between ZIL and ETH, the Poly Network bridge. We talked, like I said, the Zillow. So the ZIL swap initial launch offering. And they also talk about the ZIL swap 2.0, which is the all new dark and classic modes coming to ZIL swap. So we are seeing a very high potential in ZIL swap. Obviously, Zilliqa itself is going to benefit from this, and we're going to continue to see Zilliqa do, just massive things across the board. If we continue on, we can also see a pretty cool feature for ZIL staking coming soon to stake.zilliqa.com, and we see more and more things like this coming out. And I think, really we are going to see Zilliqa continue to perform fairly well. And like I said, in the last week, we have done really well. A 15% increase in the last week is definitely nothing to laugh at. A lot of people are very excited about this, and I think we are going to really continue to see a very bright future for Zilliqa. But looking at this Lunar Crush listing, we have, with strong relative social and price performance, Zilliqa has moved up to the current number 1. Lunar Crush alt rank out of the 2,348 coins in the market, 24-hour activity, 3.7% price change, 4,042 social mentions, and obviously a ton of social engagements. And, this was June 6th, so this was yesterday about at 10 a.m. So we do have a great looking yesterday, and that's exactly another reason why today is not much of an increase, because we had a great performance yesterday, and obviously from a great performance yesterday, that's what we're competing with today. So therefore, we are decreasing, obviously, within the 24-hour period. Taking a look at the next one, we see data privacy-focused NFT startup raises $2.3 million in seed funding. So this was June 4th. This article came out. It talks about the quick take being the seed funding round was led by Hong Kong-based blockchain investment firm Kinetic, with participation from several prominent venture capital funds. Snickerdoodle Labs aims to use NFT technology to build a data economy focused on user data privacy and security. The platform was co-founded by former PayPal head of blockchain strategy Jonathan Padilla. So there's some big money coming into Zilliqa, and we continue to see, like I said, Zilliqa have huge potential in the very near future. We also have Zilliqa capitalizing on recent NFT craze, launching Football Stars NFT collection. So crypto meets World Football, and Zilliqa announced the unique NFT partnership with Polaris throughout a blog post on May 27th. The NFTs will be available for purchase on Zilliqa's marketplace starting June 6, 2021. So since this, we've only had a few purchases. And I would like to say I think these are a little overpriced, but NFT craze are trying to take advantage of it, so it makes perfect sense. We'll cover those prices here in a second, but they talk about how our first NFT campaign on a custom marketplace featuring 10 great footballers. History being made by Zilliqa right now, and you could be a part of it. So you can actually jump in and buy right now. They have 3 different sales, so a 3,500, 20,000 USD, and then they have a 3,500. So they are buying today. Looks like it has 3 sales, but realistically, these would be selling off a lot faster if they weren't 3,500 per, and obviously a super pack or whatever is $20,000. So quite a substantial amount of money to buy these NFTs, and obviously it's Zilliqa's first NFTs. So how big do you want to go in on this is the question, I guess. But we are seeing, like I said, some big possibilities here with Zilliqa. Obviously, some major, massive partnerships with some great footballers, and I think we are going to continue to see some bigger and better partnerships if they continue to make this thing work out for them. Let's take a quick look at another thing here. So we jump into Zilliqa price chart. Before we jump into Zilliqa price chart, I actually wanted to go to the Zilliqa.com/platform. It talks about the platform itself. So it talks about scalable, secure, and decentralized. Obviously, 3 important factors. And they talk about how it's safety first. So smart contracts often handle and store hundreds of millions of worth of digital assets. Once a contract is deployed, it cannot be changed. It is thus imperative to have a contract that is written with safety in mind. Our safe by design smart contract language, Skilla, helps developers write safe contracts. So if you ever look into Zilliqa, they have so many reasons why it's doing well. And, really, I do expect you guys to jump in here and take a look yourself. Do remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'll never give financial advice. So the best thing to do is jump to Zilliqa.com, read a little bit about what Zilliqa offers, why it's so, useful, as it has a little useful stuff link up here. And it talks about the staking, exchanges, wallets, widgets, and merch store. If you go to exchanges, I will say I'll use this to plug my own. If you guys would, I do have a bunch of exchanges in the description of this video. If you guys would jump down there and take advantage of it. I have things like Voyager, I have things like Coinbase, Binance.us, KuCoin, as well as so many others. So if you guys want to take advantage and jump onto some of these great platforms, you definitely can do so. And it helps support the channel. It helps support you as well, because you get something when you use my referral. And then obviously I get something as well. So now let's jump straight over to Zilliqa and really where we're going to end up for June, July in 2021. So I've talked about this with other altcoins. I do think we are going to be in most likely in accumulation, or a phase where a lot of people are worried about manipulation and FUD. So that accumulation period, I do believe, will last at least until mid-July. I think by the end of the end of June, we could see either of 2 things happen. Really just a straight sideways trend, or a small increase throughout with the sideways trend. And I think we are going to see a small increase. So I'm going to be going with a realistically about a 14 to 16 cent price point for Zilliqa by the end of June. Our previous all-time high was right around 25.63, and I do think something like that could definitely take place again. Over here we have a 21.30 back in May 9th, but looking at this most recent May, we do see that 25.63. So I do think we are going to come close to that by the end of July, specifically if we break out of that manipulation and FUD stage and get out of that accumulation area. But realistically, we don't know exactly when that'll take place. So I'm going to be very, very conservative with this and say, by the end of July, I do expect Zilliqa to be right around a 20 to 24 cent price point, possibly making its way to 25, 26 cents. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it, and we'll continue to keep you guys up to date with the most recent information and, like I said, price predictions as well. Jumping into the end of 2021 or to the end of the bull market altogether, I do think Zilliqa has what it takes to continue on and push farther. It's a coin that we would love to see reach $1. I don't think it's going to happen this bull market, but I definitely think it's possible to see it reach closer and closer to about a maybe 60 to 90 cent range. I think that's a price prediction that I could stand behind. I think 60 to 90 cents, anywhere within that range is possible. We could obviously see it go lower, obviously see it go higher, but 60 to 90 cents makes a lot of sense to me personally when I'm looking at TA, when I'm looking at some of the big things coming and the big steps they're taking. So I'm excited to see where Zilliqa goes. We'll continue to, like I said, keep you guys up to date. So make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video if you guys want to stay up to date with Zilliqa as well. Thank you guys again. I'll see you all in the next one.